So today I want to talk to everybody about surveys and why you should get one. Surveys aren't always required by the banks. They're not always required by the attorneys, but it is definitely something that you want to have. What's a survey? So a survey describes the property. When you get it, it'll almost look like a little bit of a map. It'll show any prior home improvements that were done from the original survey from when the seller originally bought the house before you're buying it. It'll also show rights of way, easements, encroachments, shared driveways, even where landscaping is, sprinkler systems. So that's always really important, but again, remember it's not always required, but definitely something really super smart to have. So the cost of a survey. What I find with my clients, it's usually in the mark around the $600 mark, $650. I've seen them $700, but in my territory where, I've been getting them Nassau County, Suffolk County, it's been right about that. So one of the main reasons why you definitely want to get a survey is for simple as a fence. The fence companies, when they come to your house, a lot of them are just going to be like, where do you want the fence? And the seller's going to say, I want the fence here. This is my property line. And the fence companies just put it in. But that might be a foot, 2 feet, 3 feet over on your side of your property. So let's say you want to put in a pool. You go to put in the pool and you need to make sure that the pool is a certain amount of feet from your neighbor's fence because there are permit restrictions. And you find out that the fence of your neighbors is actually, maybe 3 feet on your property. So you want to make sure that all those issues are taken care of before you actually purchase the property. So now you don't have to get into it with your neighbor and get into, any kind of litigation or anything like that over possibly moving a fence. So, things like that, you want to make sure that you have the survey. It's the only other cost out of your pocket other than the appraisal, but your real estate agent, when you first meet them, should go over the entire process of buying a home beginning to end and make you aware that you really should get a survey. The appraisal is going to cost you some out-of-pocket money and the survey will cost you some out-of-pocket money. So I'm bringing up surveys today because I'm actually in the middle of 2 survey issues. Not really an issue, but they have to be ordered and we're pretty close to the closing table, so you always want to make sure that you order them well in the beginning. The seller might not always have one to give you. It might be really old. It might have been a house where somebody is deceased and they can't find the survey. So you always want to make sure that that's something that you get immediately in the beginning of the deal. A survey, when you order it, it could take 1 to 2 weeks. And then the title company has to clear it and the lender has to make sure there's no issues. So ordering a survey could potentially take like an additional 3 or 4 weeks if you do it at the end of the deal. So make sure that you order a survey. So as part of the process for buying a house, you definitely want to make sure that there is a survey involved. Again, it could be optional from your lender, but for your sake and your protection, you definitely want to get one. Something like a deck being put up, even though it has a permit, it might not be on the survey, a patio, any new structures or renovations to the house that were done after the previous seller had ordered a survey. You want to make sure that they're all on yours so that if you do, decide to sell it in the future, now this whole survey thing doesn't become an issue for you when you're going to sell the property. So you're buying the house with everything on it that is supposed to be there. So that's my vlog for today. And if you're interested in more information and some things that you should be aware of during the process of buying and selling, please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and definitely give me a thumbs up and make sure you click the notifications as well. So every time I have a new video, it will shoot out to you and you'll be getting some more fantastic information. So I look forward to seeing you next time.